Okay, so some of us have been struggling with simplifying fractions, or sometimes we call it reducing fractions. So let's talk about how that looks. I might have a fraction that is 3/9. And I have to look at this and I have to decide, is there a number that goes into 3 and 9 evenly? So I just have to start thinking. I know 1 can go into 3. So if I divide by 1 and I divide by 1, 1's going to go into 3 times, and 1's going to go into 9 times. But I still get 3/9. So 1 really isn't a good number for me to use. So then I start thinking about my multiples of 3. And I know that 3 can go into 3. And I know that 9 can go into 3. So 3 would be a good number for me to choose. 3 goes into 3 1 time. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So 3/9 would actually also equal 1/3. That's simplifying or reducing fractions. I may also have something like this. I may have 4/12. And whenever the numerator and the denominator are both even, we know that there's going to be at least the number 2 that's going to go into both of them. So let's try with 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 goes into 12 6 times. But when I look at this, I have 2 and 6, both even numbers. That can be reduced further. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 goes into 2 1 time, 2 goes into 6 3 times. 1/3 cannot be reduced any further. So 4/12 is equal to 1/3. If I wanted to do this a little quicker, I could have looked at 4/12 and noticed that I could have just divided by 4. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times. And I could have gotten the answer that way. Either way is fine. I just had to reduce twice to get here. This way I only had to reduce once. All right, so that's how you reduce fractions. If you don't know your facts and you can't figure out, that 3 goes into 3 once and 3 goes into 9 3 times, you're going to have to do some work. All right, so you may have something like this, where you say 8/14. Okay, so I'm just going to start with 2 because I don't know my facts that well. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Okay, if I don't know how many times 2 goes into 8, I need to set it up as a division problem. 2 can go into 8 because it is less than 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So I know that 2 goes into 8 4 times. Okay, so I know that that's going to be 4. If I don't know how many times 2 goes into 14, I set it up as another division problem. And I start writing my facts out. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. So I know it goes in 7 times. Then I look at 4/7. Is there any number that goes into 4/7 evenly? 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 2 wouldn't work because of the 7. There's not. So this is going to be my final answer. Okay, so that's how we simplify or we reduce fractions.